everybody. Welcome back to Heart Interviews with CI Heartland. Today we have Mr. Russell Weber from O'Connor Insurance Agency. Hi, Ross. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Kathy?
Good. Thanks for being with us today on this cold Friday afternoon. We appreciate it. Let's get started. Do you know how long you've been involved with CAI?
You know, I started with O'Connor in 1996. This will be the 25th year I've been with O'Connor because 1 year I was in England. But they were basically a founding member of CAI, so to some degree, I would say I've been a part of them since the very beginning.
That's great. So you have a big anniversary this year then. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been around longer than me, so that's why I didn't know the answer to this. So sometimes I know the answer and sometimes I don't. So next question, I can probably guess the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. Was there somebody or something that encouraged you to get more involved in the chapter in CAI?
Yeah, so as I said, you know, O'Connor's really been involved with CAI Heartland since its very beginnings, and so we were always encouraged to participate and help out in any way, and it's just, you know, we've always been there. It's always been such a valuable organization with us having the niche of community associations. It was just always an easy fit and something that we've benefited from greatly over the years. So
and so has CI. I know like that O'Connor and Karen and Cheryl have always been super supportive, and we're so happy you guys are our diamond sponsors again this year. So thank you for the support of that as well. And we're so honored to have you guys as supportive and as involved as you guys are. So thank you.
Well, again, thank you. We're happy to help, and like I said, we get every bit as much out of it as we put into it. So
awesome. Thank you for that. I know it's been super challenging the last 2 years, so I like to ask people, what's the most challenging thing that you're facing right now in our lovely industry?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's the same as pretty much everybody dealing with all the issues surrounding the pandemic and the changing way of doing business, Zoom meetings, this type of thing. I mean, I was quite amazed at how good of a job Karen did with our office in particular. But really everybody, how quickly everybody got on board and was able to adapt to a very rapidly changing world. Although Zoom was around before the pandemic, you know, we barely used it, and now it's just an everyday part of life.
It is.
And so I mean, that's mostly it. Obviously, since our business is insurance, we've spent a lot of time figuring out how the policies respond and adapt to the situations and what the associations need to be concerned about. So it's been a challenge, but I think we've met it fairly well.
Yeah, we were just rolling with the punches, right? Like everybody else at the time.
Absolutely.
But we did it. We made it through, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite CI Heartland event that we do every year?
I do. Without a doubt, for me, it's the manager's reception. They work so hard, the property managers, with respect, and they're such an integral part of CAI and the whole thing. And it's just really nice to, give them the recognition that they deserve, but also to spend a little time just talking to them a little off work and have some fun and enjoy it with some good food and drink. So yeah, that's the one I would try to never miss.
Now, did you like it when we did it at the park on this last year? Were you a fan of that? Some people really loved it. Some people wished we wouldn't have done it that way. So what was your vote
I mean,
on
I
that?
think it made sense because of what we had, because of the situation. I wouldn't say I like it better or worse than anything else. It was fine, and it was necessary at the time.
Yeah.
It was kind of a hot day, if I recall
It was a
correctly.
hot day, yeah. So The
that would have
beverages
been
were
the one
floating.
drawback. Not so much the venue or anything else, but it was pretty hot. That's the one
Yeah.
thing I recall.
Yeah, so
But
it could have been worse. We don't have the best track record for CEI Heartland events at the park, as Russ knows all too well. I think it was our 30th anniversary party that we were at a park in Kirkwood. Yeah. That's one of my favorite funny memories with you.
well, that's funny because I think that might be your next question.
It is. That was a good little segue there.
That's actually exactly what had come to mind when I was thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, we were all set up, and yeah, it was a very, very ominous weather front moving in, and yeah, that was a unique situation, but still turned out okay. Yeah. Even that did, despite everything. But yeah, it was.
We got so drenched. We were trying to hold everything down because like the food was already delivered. I remember going to the bathroom afterwards and having to like wring out my clothes.
Yeah, I think some of our volunteer organizations benefited from the excess food left over from that one. So that was
yeah, it was Angel's Arms. Arms did. Yeah.
Right. So all's well that ends well. Yeah. But yeah, it was an interesting day for sure.
It was. Yeah. So on that note, do you have a favorite CEI Heartland memory, or I doubt that's your favorite. I don't know.
Well, I mean, again, it's hard. I mean, what's a favorite memory? I don't know. I mean, again, we have the CAI trade show every year. Those are always a lot of fun. Everybody getting together. I love the ice sculptures Bob brings to the event every year.
So talented, yeah.
And all the energy and everything everybody puts into it. It's not just that there's a lot of groups and events, but everybody really puts their all into it and does the best they can for everybody, and that's what I appreciate about the group as a whole. So
yeah, we're like a little family, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, there's not very many people in this organization that if you reached out to them, they wouldn't do all they could to help.
That is very true. Yes, absolutely. So you, for those that don't know, Russ is also on our membership committee and has been on the committee for quite a while.
Since 2014.
Yeah.
And I got my CIRMS designation in 2018.
Yay!
So I mean, again, it just serves so well, and we refer all of our clients to the organization and try to bring as many people on board as possible. Again, a little bit more challenging in recent times, but things are starting to open up and get slightly back to normal. So
yeah, fingers crossed we keep moving in the right direction. But as a membership committee member, what would be your CEI sales pitch? What would you do to encourage maybe one of your clients to join CEI?
Well, again, if you're connected to the community association world in any way, shape, or form, whether you're someone who's a business that caters to them, you're a property manager that's an integral part of every community association's need, or you're a member of a community association board, homeowner, or condominium association that directly needs these resources every day. There's just so many resources to be found, regardless of what your particular reason for being here is. Mm-hmm. And again, as I've just said throughout this whole thing, all these people are such great people that there's no need to look any farther. Quite honestly, I think you're doing yourself a disservice by not being a member if you're in any way connected to this group. So.
Yes, I agree that we have so much to offer. So if you're on the fence, anybody listening, join now. Yes, we have a lot of information to share. Next question, tell us something that we might not know about you, that we might not expect.
Well, I guess probably a lot of people that know me well know this about me, but I like writing poetry. I write quite a bit of poetry, actually, and I'll write about anything that I'm impassioned about. but my favorite genre is children's poems. So I write quite a few of those.
I did not know that. And I've known you for
Would
a
you like
long
to hear
time.
one?
I would love to hear one. Yes.
All right. One of those Rubber Man. And I have a rubber arm and I have a rubber hand. I play a rubber saxophone in a 3-man rubber band. I have a rubber neck and several rubber toes, and just like you, when I catch a cold, I blow my rubber nose. I met a rubber lady under a rubber tree so shady, I asked her if she'd marry me, and we had a rubber baby. Now we have a rubber girl and a couple rubber boys. We all eat off rubber dishes and only play with rubber toys. We live in rubber houses and bounce off rubber walls. We walk through rubber doorways and down long rubber halls. Now I must go get a rubber cat to catch this pesky rubber rat. Rubber this and rubber that. I'm glad we had this rubber chat.
Oh my God, that's amazing! You're like Dr. Seuss. Wow, that was really cool.
I'm glad you like it.
How many do you have?
Many, yes.
Oh, have you thought about?
I've thought about it a lot. I would love to get published. It's one of those things. I know there's all these self-publishing sites out there and all these things, but with, being married, having a full-time job, focusing on any outside projects, I need a project manager to take me to the end. There is what I really need, but maybe someday.
Yes, I have a couple of friends that have wrote books recently. So there's ways to do it out there.
Well, there's Marvin.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yes, Marvin. Yeah, I'm sure you could. That's amazing. Wow.
Again, it's certainly crossed my mind. I would like that to happen. That would be a bucket list thing, certainly.
So is that one that you just recited? Is that one that you just know from memory?
Well, that's one of my signature ones and one of the ones that I'm really proud of, but I know a lot of them. I know a lot. Most of the ones I wrote I could recite. And again, I'm sure there's 100 or more.
Wow. Now, do you float them past your wife or your kids?
Well, of course, yeah. And every year when I send out Christmas cards, I always send a Christmas poem with my Christmas card. So I've been doing that for 20 plus years now. So.
Well, I need to get on the Christmas
list.
I guess it would help if I sent Christmas cards too, though.
Well,
right?
I literally do have people that say that, yours is the only Christmas card I look forward to every year. So.
I'm sure you probably have family and friends that have them all saved over the years too. Wow, that's really cool.
I'm pretty sure there's a few people that have saved them, yeah.
This is the best part about these interviews, is I always learn something new about people that I've known for a long time. So that is awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Sure.
Next one, do you have a crazy story about the industry that you want to share with us, or that you can share?
When I first started doing this, I'm thinking, well, there's a lot of crazy things, but what comes to mind? And the one that popped up and really came to mind was one of our associations. Judy Rosen, I think, was connected to it, and they had a situation where their pets were relieving themselves in places that weren't suggested. And so they came up with the plan of getting a sample of everybody's dogs to run doggy DNA if it was found in the wrong place. Now, good or bad or indifferent, that's your call. I'm not here to say, but to me, I found it quite funny. And all I could think of was I could see a disgruntled resident going to the local dog park and getting samples of DNA from lots of doggies and just having a field day watching them running the doggy DNA test. So,
don't give them any ideas over there, right?
Maybe that's just where my warped mind went to. But yeah.
I love it. I remember hearing it because that was quite a while ago, wasn't it? I remember them. I can't remember if it was Gene or Judy talking about that years ago. So I remember thinking it was crazy then too. That's funny that
talk about your first world problems.
Exactly. Oh, that's a good one. That's good. So now comes the time where we do some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Well, this one I didn't get to prepare for, so we'll see.
That's why it's fun. That's why it's
fun.
fun.
Let's do it.
Okay, snack stash or stationary stash?
I guess I'd have to have a snack stash.
Do you have like a little drawer? I know
I have a
now.
thing of nuts right here.
Okay.
On my desk. Yeah, I like gummy bears. And, yeah, usually have something sitting right.
Some kind of stash. Okay, good.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you like a packed house or do you like to be home alone?
I guess that would be given the day. I think there's times I like either or, so I guess it depends.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no absolute on that one.
Yeah. Sweating or shivering? That's kind of a bad question for today, since for those that aren't here in St. Louis, it's a nice chilly Friday afternoon in St. Louis.
I'm not a huge fan of total extremes either way, but I guess I was born on the first day of summer, so I'm a sweater, I guess. I love to be around water. I love swimming. I'm a outdoor person.
Okay, so you're not big into these lovely winter months that we have.
Not my favorite. No.
Me either. Concert or stand-up show?
Well, that's probably another either or. I like both. I've actually thought about doing that a little too, some stand-up comedy, and but I've been to a lot of concerts in my day.
Yeah. Who's your favorite? You know I'm going to ask that,
well, again,
I've been to tons too.
Yeah, I don't believe in favorites because it just depends on your mood. I mean, I like one of my favorites is Supertramp. I've always thought Supertramp was a really, really good band.
Yeah.
So, but again, I mean, my very first concert was the Grateful Dead at SIU in Edwardsville. That was the first concert I ever saw live. So.
Have you seen them since? I mean,
yeah, I saw them a couple times since, and I mean, again, for a while in my youth, I went to concerts all the time.
Yeah.
I went quite a bit.
Me and my husband have probably been to, I know he's been to a ton more than me, but we probably have been to over 1,000 since we've been married. We've been to
wow, that's a lot. I can't claim that. Wow.
Yeah, we've been to a lot. That's probably his favorite. That's probably his favorite thing to do. So he's really struggling right now during the pandemic when we haven't been able to do much. So, but yeah, we've been to a lot.
I mean that's a big number.
Yeah,
I've been to a lot, but I couldn't claim that. I don't think.
Yeah, my kids kind of love it and kind of hate it. So like when we have tickets to something that I don't want to go to, maybe then one of the kids or or friends go, but the kids are like, oh.
Well, they've become so expensive now. That's the other thing. But that first concert I went to, Grateful Dead, was $7 for 3 bands and an all-day show. And now
those deals aren't around anymore.
Yeah, and the most expensive concert I ever went to was U2 in Ireland, and that was like $300 a ticket.
I thought you were going to say U2 at the Old Barn, because I was at that show, but not in Ireland. Wow.
Yeah, cool. Well, I saw them here too.
Did you?
But we were living in England.
Were you there?
Where did you say?
It's the old arena. I call it the Barn.
Oh, the Barn. Yeah. I can't remember whether we saw them there at the new arena. I don't remember, but we saw when we lived in England. We flew over to Ireland to see them. So,
that must have been really cool.
Yeah, in a way, actually, I thought the show here was better. Because over there it was 3 nights in a row that they ran, and how much can you put on your best show 3 nights in a row?
Probably not. Yeah, they don't do that much anymore. I don't remember. I mean, I remember bands used to do that, but they don't really do that.
Well, I think it's their hometown in Ireland is why they did it.
That probably makes sense. Yeah.
But it was still special just to be, in Croaky Park, and it was a fun time.
Neat. Yeah. Go to the gym or take a walk?
I'm more of a walker. I figure there's nothing I can't figure out a different way to do than go to the gym to do it. So I'm not a gym person.
Do you have nice trails and things where?
Oh, well,
where you
I live right next to the Grant Trail. I live in Grantwood Village, so we got that. But we also hike. My wife and I hike quite a bit, and we do a lot of nature trails. And
That's
such,
nice.
so.
Yeah, we do that too. That's always fun. Even in this cold, right? Sometimes we still go out.
Oh yeah,
you
gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Body in motion stays in motion.
That's right. My husband says it all the time.
If I sat still too long, I'd never get up again.
We're getting old.
If it wasn't for those two, I couldn't move.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so now on this one, this is totally different from working out and walking. Pancakes or waffles?
Probably waffles.
Yeah, me too.
I like waffles. Something to, hold the butter and syrup in the little crevices. Yeah,
a little crunchy. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Funny movie or documentary?
I like to laugh, so give me anything funny. I mean, I watch a documentary, but yeah, given the two, make me laugh.
Okay. Anything funny that you've seen recently that you want to share?
I mean, nothing that sticks out too much recently. I mean, it just, I don't know. I can't think of anything right off the bat that, but you have any suggestions?
Not movies. We've been watching a lot of HBO Max, and I've never seen Mike and Molly. It used to be like a TV show, like a sitcom.
Right, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we've really been laughing hard at that lately. So I don't know if that's not a movie though, but like
and I like some of the sitcoms. What is it? What, That Girl or My Girl or what's the one? I can't.
With Marla Thomas?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So that was kind of funny, but yeah. But again, and anything that can make me laugh, I'd watch.
Yeah. But funniest movie I can think of is Bridesmaids. If you've never seen that one like has me crying sometimes. It's so funny.
I'll make a note of that.
It's kind of goofy, but I think it's really funny. So anyway, sauce on top or sauce on the side?
I actually love sauces. So I guess on the side because I want to make that choice myself. But I love sauces. I love really all food, every ethnic food there is. I'll eat. So.
Do you have a favorite?
I like Thai food. I like Vietnamese. Those are really good. But Mexican and I mean, quite honestly, right? If it's good, if you're telling me it's good, I'll try it.
Try it. That's good. That's good. Dogs or cats?
I'm a dog person. I had a cat once in my life, and I loved my cat, and it was fine. But I love dogs. I have a dog. I love my dog. I'm a dog person.
Dog?
It's just a mutt. She's a terrier and a chihuahua, so I call her a cherrier. She's a cherrier, and she's a good dog.
Cute. And what's her name?
Sienna.
Sienna.
That's because of her color. Yeah,
okay. That's nice. I like that. So now comes a time where I ask you to draw something.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, but okay.
I was telling Russ before, and I didn't know. I never know what it's gonna be. It just kind of comes to me. So, how about a waffle?
A waffle, huh? Okay, let's give that.
It could be an Eggo if you want.
Well, it could be worse. A waffle, I might be able to handle.
Waffle's not too hard, right? You never know what I'm gonna ask. So I guess it could have been a dog or a cat. So a waffle's not as bad. I have asked to draw some animals before. So on that note, did you know that Karen, her background at college was art? Did you know that?
Yeah, actually, I've seen some of the pictures she's drawn. She's even done. I don't know if she's done some self-portraits, but for some reason I think she has. And yeah, when early on I saw some of her art. I don't know if she's still doing it or if she's done anything recently. I surely haven't seen it.
That was what I learned new about her. No, she just mentioned that in her interview that I did with her a couple months ago. So yeah. Keith Brown is actually a really good artist too. So he actually showed me something that he did. So
well, and that's part of with my children's poems. I consider that such an integral part. And I met a guy that did children book illustrations, and I tried to work with him for a while. And he was kind of a starving artist, but he did some really nice drawings of my Rubber Man thing. And again, but it just never got to fruition. But I sure wish it would.
Yeah, you need to make it happen this year. That's
yeah. Well, if you know anybody in that industry somebody that can help push me along, I'd be interested in knowing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask around about that.
And I can share a couple more with you. I'm not a one-hit wonder in that regard. I don't think.
Oh, that's funny. This is gonna be a good-looking waffle, I can tell.
Well, I will almost tell you, though, again, I didn't know what you were going to tell me here. And I don't know if it looks like a waffle.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Waffle, kind of cricket, you know. It'll be good. It'll be good. I'm like the worst artist ever. So, you know, I mean, literally the worst. So.
If we get this, right? I'm not sure you're going to see again.
I saw it for a second. Wait a minute.
I mean, it just keeps flashing.
There it goes. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, you can see it because I can't see it on
my
I
can
screen,
see it.
So
it's coming through. Yeah, it's coming through a little bit. It's like a square waffle. Yeah. I was expecting an Eggo. I wasn't sure. You need a square one.
If you can see it again, I can't.
Yeah, I can see it. Good. So, the last part of our interview is we give you 30 seconds to plug your company, your favorite charity, a little bit of both. So go.
Well, again, O'Connor Insurance has been here since 1975. So they're a few years out of 50 years, and I've been with them for 25. So almost half that time. I knew, Bob O'Connor before he passed, and and again, Ryan, Karen's son, was the ring bearer in my wedding. So that tells you how far things go back in that regard and stuff. So,
and he just got married. He did.
He did just get married. Yeah. And it is truly a family-owned business, and they've been there. They've been an integral part of Creve Corps. It's a full-service insurance agency. They do commercial, business, and personal lines. I personally handle all the commercial insurance, and I also do life insurance. And again, I'm happy to be part of such a good group of people, and there's really no insurance situation that we can't find a solution for, or at the very least point you in the right direction. So.
Love that. And they also help us with our insurance for CEI. So thank you.
We do that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this. Thank you for your commitment to CEI and the membership committee, and thanks for agreeing to say yes to do this interview. And we hope to see everybody next time on Heart to Heart Interviews with CEI Heartland. Thanks, Russ.
Thank you very much. I had a good time. You have a good day, and thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. Thank you.